Hello, live from USA. Welcome, welcome. My name is Sherifa Nakalema from Virginia, USA, and today is motivational time. My voice is still not very good, but I think I can speak. We'll make it short. And the topic I chose today is, who is there for you? Who are there for you? Let's talk about those people. Let's talk about those people. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Alaka, Sandra, welcome. Solomon, Rogers, great to see you. I think it's your first time here. Let's see. Welcome up here. Moonlight, Salma, Janet, we miss you. We miss you. I put this one down, the time to, so I can have the three of you here. Because we've been doing them in the night, and I said, you know what? Today, let me do it. Let me see your name. So welcome. We'll make it short. Who was there for you? Who is there for you? What do I mean? You know, we all start off as babies, as little tiny babies. It doesn't matter what size you are today. You are a baby at some point. You are a baby at some point. Do you even know who was there? Like the first time who touched you, like the first time who was there? Have you asked those stories? Even if the person who gave birth to you, the mother, is not here, please go find out. Who was there in that room when you were born? Do you know? And how did it behave? All babies cry. Who was there for you? And after that, when you went home, who was there for you? If you are like my babies, they cried in the night and slept during the day. During the day, they sleep like they don't exist. But at night, they cry and cry and cry and cry. They don't want you to sleep. So are you that kind of baby? If you are that kind of baby, who did you make stand up the whole night? I'm telling you, they don't want you to sit. Okay, they want you to rock them, but not when you're seated. They want you to stand up. Can you imagine that? And then during the day, they sleep like nothing, like there's no noise. But then at night when you're supposed to sleep, they choose to cry the whole night. So who was that person? Who was there for you? Sometimes it's grandma coming to help out. Sometimes it's auntie. Sometimes it's mother herself. Sometimes it's dad. These days, the dads are doing the job. So do you know who that person was? Who knew that you are crying to do what you needed to stop crying? The person, remember when you're a baby, you can't speak. So who was that person who knew now it's time to be fed? You're hungry. Who was that time who knew you were sad? And let's move from being a baby. Later in life, who, when you cried, when something hurt you, who was that person you cried to, you ran to, you felt safe with? I want us to think about those people because those are very important people. And for some of us, they are very, very old people or they don't exist anymore. So if the reason I chose this topic, if they're still around, I want you to, after this live, please, whatever you need to do. If you are far away, if you have to make a call, if you are, make sure you thank them. You thank them for what they did. Some of them had to struggle through that time of being there for you. Okay? Thank them. Now, after we got from being babies and young kids, we got to school. Who was there at school? Do you know that there's some friends who've been friends since they're like 4 or 5 years? Who was there for you at school? That person who shared with you whatever they got from home, you come to school, they have their snacks, they share with you. Who is that person who shared their little money with you? Who is that person who discussed with you, like showed you what was not easy for you at school to understand, like during school time? And some of you who are in the audience, you are from Uganda. Uganda, they have the culture of boarding schools. You know, in USA, boarding schools are rare. They are private schools, very few. People don't go to boarding schools until university, until college. But in Uganda, you will find like you are 5 years, you find yourself in boarding school. So who was that person? Who was there for you? Who was there for you when you felt sad? Someone could talk to. Those are the people I want us to remember today. How about later? Like later, when I'm thinking when you're younger, but then later, as you go older, that friend, like when you had something bothering you, the friend you talked to, the teachers, those teachers, Some teachers are so friendly that they are better than your own parents. Some teachers are so good that they are better. They are the ones. In fact, here in USL, the teachers are even given the responsibility of watching out for children who are abused at home. So if you hit your children, like here in USA, and they go to school with a mark, it's the teacher who's supposed to see that, this child, something is not right at home. And parents at home, they are fighting, things are happening. The kid, the only place they have to go to the school, so they have like someone they can confide in, the teacher, that teacher who was there for you, who noticed there's something not right, and they report it. Because here they have a foster system. When a child is abused at home and the parent, the teacher reports, the child can be removed from that home if it's a dangerous home for the child. So who was that person? Who was observant? Who could see you're not feeling good? Today you look sick. You're not happy. Then as we go older, like, okay, you are older. Now you don't depend on parents. You don't depend, it's just you, your school. I'm still in the school phase. Maybe you're in college. Who is that person? You're in a strange land, you just arrived. Who is that person? Who helped you around? Do you remember those people? Please find them. In the age of Facebook and social media, go search for them and say, where are you? Let's connect. Thank them. Thank them. And then you got your first job. Who is that person who even gave you the job? Who considered you for that first job? Who showed you around? The person who showed you how these things are done. When you go in school, you are not taught how. I used to wonder, I wonder what people do in those offices. What do they do? Because you're in school, you are studying. You wonder what working a job looks like. Who is that person? After you got the job, you just finished school, who showed you what to do? That was a kind person. Maybe they were ordered to teach you, but they still did, right? You can't forget them. Find them. Let's find them. And later in life, you got married. Oh, get married. Do you know you get married to especially the female? Even the males, when you get married you get those two families come together, there is always someone you can go to. Like, let me start with the man. A man you marry into a family, you better have a friend on the other side. Someone. Because you have someone to talk to. Who is that person who was there for you when things are not, when you just married this wife and you can't understand her and you have someone to talk to? Who is that person? But especially for the females, because the females are brought into a new environment. Now you have the mother-in-law, father-in-law, in-laws, all the in-laws. Who was there for you? I can still remember the person who was there for me when I went to that strange land getting to the strange family. It's not your family until you get used to them. It's still strange. That person, like you have your first baby there, and those people who take care of you. That's my topic today. And now, remember I was saying who was. So then who is right now? I was talking history all this time. Who is there for you right now? Who is there for you right now? When you don't have money, you want to borrow some money. When you have some issues, maybe in a relationship, that friend you talk to, who is there for you? Think about your levels of life at work, at home, everywhere. Who is that special person? I want you to thank them. Because you say what? Thank you for being there for me. Thank you. We talk about people. I don't like borrowing too much. But actually, the people who like borrowing, like every time they borrow, I go to so and so, I go and say, who that person who comes, like when you feel like, oh, I need to borrow, that name that comes up, that person who never says no to you. Even if they don't have the money, they give you whatever they have. Who is that person? I recorded a video. I dress like this for a reason. Because I recorded another video, and I linked it in the description of this one. And I was talking about a person who was there for me. This person was my sister. Her name was Fatuma, my sister. She's not here anymore. She's late, Hajat Fatuma. But I told the story of how she was there for me. She was there for me. In fact, later, that's how I learned what unconditional love means. Have you been shown unconditional love? Like someone who loves you doesn't matter. Whether you did it wrong or did it right, it doesn't matter. They're there for me. I think we take them for granted. Do you have a person like that? who loves you unconditionally? Normally it will be parents, like your mom. But let's forget about mom. Those mothers, they forgive forever. They don't mind whatever you do. They'll be mad today, tomorrow they're happy. They're happy with you. It's rare that mothers are mad forever. They forgive you. But let's leave the mothers out of that person. Someone else. Someone else who is there for you, and you know it doesn't matter what happens. Even if you kill a person, your mother will say, no, my daughter cannot do that. My father, even if in the heart she feels like, maybe she did it, maybe he did it, you still be on your side. But this time I'm not talking about mother, I'm talking about another person who will say, no, she didn't do that. Although she thinks maybe he did, in public, in private, they could say, I think he did it. But in public, they say, no, they didn't. That kind of person who is there for you. And the one I'm talking about today. Now, that sister, the one I talked about, I remember when I first came to America, not even when I first came, there were times when things were tough. You know, because of the time differences, you could call a person, maybe you could call a person and it's really night. Like you call Uganda and it's night. But this is the kind of person, I wouldn't care what time I called them. They wouldn't mind that I called them really, really late. They would take the call. And I remember when I'll take, like, we communicate maybe every 2 days, we're always in touch. But if it went beyond, like if you know that we always heard from each other, like every 2 days, and it was the third day, and maybe something was happening, I didn't call her, she didn't call me. I remember coming like from work, I would find a message. I would know that, oh, now she must be looking for me. Yes, I would find a message, say, oh, Sherifa, this is Fatima, are you okay? That kind of person that you know now they're looking for me. They must be looking for me. If, like, maybe your phone, something happened, you know, that person, you'll find a missed message, a missed phone call. Because this person cares for you. They always want to know you are fine. So who is that person? Let me go to the chat. Can you put, I've been talking about who is this person, who is that person. Can you name a person, please, in the chat? Salma, Moonlight, who is that person? Who is always there for you? Who are there always there for you? Do you have one? Please put in the chat. Let's participate. Who was there for you? Who is there for you? For those of you who watch this later, please take a moment and think. I named the person who was there when you were born around that time. That's tough. Taking care of you as a baby. They don't sleep. Then as you are growing up, taking care of you, making sure you're fine. You know the time when a baby is crawling and trying to stand up, they're touching this, touching that. Someone has to be there for you all the time to make sure you don't hurt yourself. Growing up, like going to school, who are there? Like here in the USA, you have to wait for your child for the bus. You take them to the bus, you have to be there when the bus comes back to make sure you pick them up. Who is that kind of person? And now other adults, like as you grow older, when you went to boarding school, who was there? The friend, that special friend. The teacher who watched and saw and noticed that something not right, or noticed that you were good. You know, some teachers, they're the ones who find out that you have this talent. They're teachers. Those people who are there for you to encourage you when you're feeling sad. Those kind of people, the one I'm talking about. Do you have someone you want to name in the chat? Who was there for you? Mother? Okay, mother. Oh, Rogers, you're still here. My best friend. That's good. So, Aula, who was there for you? And who is there for you right now? So, Rogers, I appreciate you being here, by the way. So, your mother was there for you, and your best friend is here for you. Please, let them know. Rogers, is your mother still alive? If your mother is still alive, please, let them know. They need to hear it. I'm telling you, if you haven't had a baby, maybe you don't know how babies behave. Babies are a real job. So the person who did that for you, please thank them. If you have a little gift, send it. But actually saying it is a bigger gift even. Because it's like women and men, they say, you may be buying them gifts. But if you don't say, I love you, they may not believe it. They doubt it. They wonder. So say it. Thank you. Thank you for all those nights. Thank you for making sure everything was okay. Okay? And, okay. Oh, if she's alive, please. After this, make sure you talk to your mother. Make sure she hears it from your voice. You make her day, I'm telling you. And Aula, who is there for you? You know, you came a little bit late. Someone mentioned to Aula, said, Aula, you're always late. Are you always late? Aula, Who was there for you? When you're a baby, the day you were born, who was there standing up when you don't sleep, helping you? Who was there to make sure you had food? All those struggles. Who was there not sleeping because of you? Worrying what you're going to eat, that you'll be safe. Salma, who was there for you? Moonlight, where's Moonlight? Sandra, who was there for you? Now let me ask Janet, who was there for you? Because there are people here who would say you were there for them. Who was there for you? And then, let's go to the last part. Because of my voice, I have to save it. Who? Okay, that's good. Now, Solomon, if you talk to her every day, don't forget. Don't forget to thank her, please. I know you could have a conversation and all this stuff. Talk to her about me. You said there is this woman on YouTube. I found her on Instagram, and she likes to talk. Today she was saying, I said, maybe you don't want to mention that. Just thank her. Just thank her, okay? That's very, very good. Do you not do Zooms? Do you do Zoom? Do you do FaceTime? Yes. Thank you. And I'm so proud of you because you're men. Because they say men, they tend to forget. When they get women in their life, they forget their mothers. But some boys are really good. They're mother's boys. Rogers, are you a mother's boy? Aula, are you a mother's boy? Okay. Who will you be there for? I don't know. Is my English right? Who will you be there for, or who are you there for? Correct me if I'm saying it wrong. You know, English is the second language. What I mean is, are you there for someone right now in your life? Are you there for someone? If you are there for someone, who is it? If not, consider being there for someone. Being there for someone doesn't mean money. It doesn't mean money. Just you care. Just to show your concern. Like I was talking about my sister on the phone call. Just checking on them. They say, I haven't seen you. Do you know, like, it could be at work, and maybe one of your fellow the workmates, maybe they lost someone or something happened or they were sick, and they've been away for a week. They come back and no one even noticed. Okay, the boss knows, but no one even noticed that they've not been here. Can you imagine if you went to a person and say, you noticed that, oh, you haven't been around, are you okay? Something like that. Oprah was saying something on her, when she used to have shows, when she speaks, she repeats it actually. She says, everyone, we all want to be, anyway, she says it different, but what she means also is that we want to be seen, we want to be heard, you want to know you matter. You matter to someone, even if it's just one person. That's why people who say, that's my soulmate, that's the feeling, that someone cares. When you are not there, they care. We only get it mostly from mothers. Mothers are the ones who are consistent with that. But it feels nice to know that someone really cares. Cares when you don't show up. Notices when you don't show up. See, when I'm here live, Aula, I care about you. When you're not in the chat, I say, where's Aula today? I don't see you. You see what I mean? That you can notice that this person is not here. That's what I'm saying. Please, who are you there for? Before I end this, it's not going to be long. I'm there for my son and family. That's good. Please be there. Please be there. Who can count on you? That's another motivational video I had. Who is counting on you? Who can count on you? And say, I'll never give up. Like when you are, now I'm getting to another area. Like when you're working, you say, you know what? My son is counting on me. Roger, my son is counting on me. My wife is counting on me. My mother is counting on me. Who's counting on you? I went into a different message now. But it's the third part of this question. Because I said, who are there for you? Who is there for you? And who are you there for? You didn't correct my English. Is that correct English? Who or who can you be there for? Consider that. Consider that. Because, you know, it could be a neighbor's child. You know those parents, like Roger, you are here in USA, those people who have their children maybe come home from school and they are not home. The parents are still at work. Okay, to understand, but they don't have a babysitter, they can't take them to after school programs and stuff. So the children come home, maybe 3 p.m., they are home, maybe they don't even have anything to eat, or they have, but you know, America is tricky. You can't just go talk to other people's children. But if they're neighbors, they're friendly, you can start to understand what's going on with this family. Maybe there's a struggle going on. Be observant. What's going on with these children? You know, children who are not happy, they'll show it. You see it on their faces. Okay? Be there for them. Try to be there for someone. Okay? I think I'm going to end this one. Wants me to show up. What do you mean? Oh, yeah. Yes. Please be there for people. And you know, Dr. Phil, one time, I keep talking about Dr. Phil, Oprah, all those people I watch. He was talking about a son and a father. And I think he was talking about maybe abusive dads, like when they hit their children. He said, look at this. The boy is so short like this, and you're so tall like this. So what do you think this boy is thinking when you're hitting them? Like you are so, they look at you like you're their hero. They look like this. That's why they say when you're talking to such a child, like you need to get down to their level. Because they are so scared of you. You are tall, you are big, and then you are hitting them. So saying so, I'm saying that Roger, your son looks at you like this hero. There's no one else. In fact, if they are fighting, like you know how boys fight, they say, my father's better. My father can hit you stronger. You are their hero. So please don't disappoint, okay? Don't disappoint. Be there for them. So who are you going to be there for? I'm still waiting. Who are you going to be there for? Aula. Who? Don't bring mother now. I hope you're not responding to who are you going to be there for, Aula. That one is assumed. That one is implied, is assumed that every person, every living person who has a brain and a heart cannot forget their mother. You cannot. Maybe you can forget the father. I don't know how they behaved when you're growing up, but the mother, only that mother. You know, there are some mothers, they're different, and now the times are changing. Fathers are doing a better job sometimes. Do you agree? Oh, welcome, Samuel. I almost closed it. Rogers, what's your experience? Some parents, some men are better these days than the women. I don't know what's going on. Some women are careless with their children, but growing up we knew mother is the one you can count on. But this generation is changing, and the fathers are turning to be more responsible. They go to court of child when they have divorce or something, and they give full custody to their father because the mother is careless. So that has happened, but it's sad. Because if you give birth to a child, I cannot see how you can forget all about them and just care about yourself. That's the mother thing. Oh, who is this one? Boshe, welcome. My sister and my brother, yes. And they'll never forget it. And you know, something else I mentioned before I close this off, people don't forget. They don't forget, and they don't stay young forever. That's weird. They don't stay young forever. So you may say, oh, today I'm the big one and all that. You don't. Soon, they'll grow up. Those people, they'll grow up. By the time, you think about it, by the time you are 60, the people who are young now will be 30. The babies will be 30. 30-year-olds are adults. So think of them as the future adults. They'll be future adults. As you are taking care of your brothers and sisters, they'll be future adults. And you don't know where you'll be. So do what you can, share what you can. Whenever you have something, share it. Don't wait until you have a lot. I'm getting to other topics now. Share. Be grateful that you are where you are. Be grateful that you even have this internet access. I'm in Virginia, USA. You know how far away it is? It's far away. So if I'm here in Virginia, USA, and you can hear me wherever you are blessed because you have this internet connection. You have the phone. You have all that. You have more than enough to impact other people. So please go do that. If you're going to just share this message, someone, do that. And only if you have a question for me. You know, I come here only once. I'm in TikTok, by the way. Let me share my handle here. I'm on TikTok every day. And anyone who is looking for a sister, I can be there for them. Yes. And let me add something, Aula. They don't have to be looking. Don't wait for them to look. You look for where you could impact someone. You be the one looking up. When I talked about the neighbors, the children, you are the one looking out. They may be scared to talk to you. You just watch and see. You watch and see that something is not right. Let me share my TikTok handle. I'm on TikTok live every day. Rogers, come, let's chat. Let's be on TikTok. Let's support each other. I'm there at your time is Eastern time, right? Rogers, are you Eastern time, Solomon? Eastern time. I think I'm gonna move it to 10:30. Aula, remember when we were on TikTok at 10:30 at 6:30 a.m. Uganda time? I think I'm going to keep it at that. That was the best live we had. So I'm gonna put it at that. I don't know if Malaysia is still on. Malaysia, we're gonna be 11:30 your time because I checked. I've done 5 TikTok lives now, and I've seen the best time. The best time was when I came on at 10:30 p.m. my time. Uganda was 6:30 a.m. Malaysia was 11:30 a.m. So please, if you want to join me on TikTok, I'm there every night. Every night. Yeah, if you're Eastern time, come me or come support me. I want to support you too. TikTok, let me put it here. Mine. Yeah. I remember now. I have a nephew there. Solomon, I have a nephew there. Halal income with Sherifa. So if anyone wants to come on Zoom, I can go on Zoom with you. That's my handle. That's my account in TikTok. Come, let's make an impact. Let's make an impact. You see me, I'm old. My youngest, she just even traveled by herself, took 2 planes and came back and said, okay, I guess my job is done now. Let me just do my job in the internet. To remind you people to please be kind to each other. The people who are poor today could be rich tomorrow. The people who are young today, they'll be adults tomorrow. So let's help out each other. Don't wait until you have a lot. Share right now. And the sharing, according to God, when you share, things come back to you. Even if that's not your intention, like, okay, let me share so something and come back to me. It's just a law. It's the laws of the universe. That's how they work. You share, more will come to you. And also you feel good. You feel good. You get into the happy place. Have you heard me talk about the happy place? Solomon, remember, that's my TikTok. That's my TikTok. Please, if you are on TikTok, I'm there more. TikTok. In fact, I'm finding it. Although I don't like TikTok because of the cell phone thing. I don't like typing on cell phone. I'm old-fashioned. I prefer this when I type on the laptop. But when you grow a community in TikTok, you can request for us to do our own thing here. But it will be business only. I'll be talking business live. I'm trying to get into sharing. Do you know how to share on live like this, Solomon? I want to start sharing the screen. Although I like more intimate conversations. Like that's why I offer Zoom calls, because on Zoom I can talk to you. I can show you as you. I don't mind it. I don't mind giving you 30 minutes. I can do it. That's why I prefer that. But maybe as you get to be more people, maybe you can't do it one-on-one. But right now I can do it. I can be on TikTok with you. So who want to be on TikTok with me? Samuel, have you seen my TikTok? Please be there, 6:30 a.m. Uganda time. That's when I come, but not for long. I'm there like 10 minutes and I'm gone. I'm not funny. I'm serious still. I was born serious. I don't know how to be. And if I become not like I become like do TikTok stuff, I feel like people may not take me seriously anymore. They say, what happened to her? I don't know even how to do that. I think I'll hire you to choreograph me to be funny. You're the funny one. Okay, I'm closing this one. Only if you have a question for me. I want to save this voice. You have any question for me? Solomon, do you want to be on Zoom? Anyone who wants to be on Zoom, I can do a Zoom after here. I can do a Zoom. I could even do a TikTok live. I'm here. I'm here. I have some time before I get into other things. Okay. So what's your takeaway? Let's chat to takeaway and then we'll close it. What's your takeaway, Aula? What's your takeaway, Solomon, from this moment we are together here? What are you taking away? For those who are going to watch it later, this is motivational time. I come just talk. But I have more serious conversations going on in videos. I have over 450 videos here on this channel. I talk animal online. Affiliate marketing is my thing. I want to share what I know about affiliate marketing and how to make it a real business. I'm not putting any links today before about affiliate marketing, but it's on the channel. If you go on my channel, you see I've been talking. I said, please come, learn how to make money online and create a real business. I just don't want you to make money this month and stop, but create something that will lead to you to get passive income in the future. Solomon, let's create the The business, I want you to have a real online business that's automated. Okay? Any takeaway? Aula, what do you take away before I close it off? Roger, what do you take away from the topic of who is there for you, who are there for you? For those of you, I'm going to share it after. When you come and watch me later, please leave in the comments who are there for you, who is there for you, and what are you going to do to try to be there for other people? Especially now. These times, they are sad times actually. People don't have money even for food. Who can you buy a meal, like for someone? You say, you know what? I'm taking you out today, let's go eat. Or you don't take them out, there is Corona, you say, I'm buying this, they're delivering to your address. Give me your address, I'm buying you a meal. If you're in USA, you say, you know what? I'm calling what? Pizza Hut, whatever. They'll deliver this. What do you want? They'll deliver to you. That kind of thing. Please do that. Let me see. I have to have a purpose. Yes, you have to have a purpose, and you feel fulfilled yourself when you keep, like, you see that there's a lot to be done. There's a lot to be done. If I tell you how many people contacting me, how many people, I know there is need everywhere. There's need everywhere. We are blessed people. Okay, we are blessed people. So we better work hard and try to support whenever you can. Whenever you can. Okay, and let's make that money. Come in TikTok. Let's make a team in TikTok. When you go on TikTok, we come to yours. When I come, I go on mine, you come to mine. We support each other so they can move it in the algorithm. Okay, Aula, how many followers do you have now? Solomon, how many followers do you have on TikTok? Who else here is on TikTok? Give me yours. I connect with you. Give me your TikToks here in the chat. Share your TikToks so if I'm not following you, I go find you. Aula, I'm already following you. Solomon, what's your TikTok? Who else want to add their TikTok here? Okay, I think I'll just close it. Please, when you watch it later, add a comment on this topic. Who is there for you? Let's announce it to the world that we are grateful to these people. You may be an adult now, but someone had to do some big jobs at the beginning. Someone had to take care of you. Someone had to wipe you. Someone had to feed you. Okay? It may not have been your mother. Sometimes it's just grandmothers. Sometimes it's auntie. Sometimes you're adopted. You see? Stories, different stories. Do you even know your story? Do you know your story? I challenge you to go find out your story. What happened? Where were you born? What happened? Did you cry in the night? You got a few. Okay, share. You don't know your account? If you share it here so I can follow you. Solomon, do you remember? Or you can find me. Let me give mine again. You can find me. When I see, maybe I'll recognize that that's yours because we use weird names over there. That's me, but maybe I'll see your photo. I know Instagram, but Instagram is not as good, Solomon. It's not as good as TikTok. Let's do TikTok for a while and see what happens. This is the year for TikTok, and this is the year for me, is the year to make real good money. Okay, I have to cut this off. Thank you for being here. Please like it. Like it. Give it a few more likes if you haven't liked it. And I come here every Sunday. But I record other videos during the week. I throw in the business tips. I drive around. I show you, this time I was showing you this week. I was driving to ATM, Wells Fargo ATM. I just drive around. I'll drive another one. Which driving do you want? Aula, which driving do you want? Which driving do you want me to show? Going where? This time I'll bring one during the day. I've been bring nighttime. I think I'll drive during the day and show you USA during the day. There was snow in other places. No, yes, that's yours. I'm already following you. Okay, please, when you watch this later, add in the comments who is that person, who are there for you, who is there for you right now, and who are you going to impact so you are there for them. So they'll tell the story later. Remember, we are blessed, so we should be grateful. We are blessed people. Okay, thank you for being here. TikTok, remember, I'm live 10:30. I'm going to move it. I was talking about 9 p.m., but I think we're going to make it 10:30. So wait for Aula to wake up. 10:30 p.m. But Aula, don't make it so exact. I may say 10:30, but around that time, okay? Always watch your WhatsApp. I'll remind you that I'm coming, okay? But around 6:30 p.m., 6:30 a.m. Uganda time, Malaysia 11:30 a.m. If you are in Bangladesh, that will be around 9:30 a.m. If you're in UAE, that's about 7:30 a.m. If you're in UK, that would be, because it will be 10, it's like, that's too late for you. It's about 3 a.m. Nigeria has not come here much. I feel bad for Nigeria because they're blocked in everything I do. So I can't motivate you to go start this or that because they're not allowing you. I'm so sorry. You have to find things in Nigeria. They're Nigerians doing their own affiliate marketing over there. Okay? I appreciate you, Solomon. Please always come. I'm here every Sunday. And let's connect more on TikTok because that's daily. Whenever you can. And do things whenever you can. When you can. Bye-bye.